Have you ever wondered what happens to the cartoon episodes that never make it to air? The ones locked away in studio vaults, never meant for our eyes? Well, today we're diving into the shadowy world of lost media, specifically 4 disturbing cartoon episodes that were created but never officially broadcast. Before we begin, I need to warn you, what I'm about to share might change how you view your childhood favorites forever. Let's start with something that still gives animation insiders nightmares: the infamous lost episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog from 2002. This episode, allegedly titled Courage's Final Transmission, was discovered on an unmarked VHS tape in the basement of a former animator who worked on the show. According to those who've seen it, the episode begins with unusual static and a distorted voice whispering, "He's not afraid anymore. He's with them now." What makes this episode particularly disturbing is how it breaks the fourth wall. Instead of the usual monsters, Courage is haunted by the viewers themselves, figures with faces made of flesh and television static. Muriel and Eustace are shown slowly decomposing, their voices sounding like they've been spliced together from different audio files. The most chilling moment? The final scene where Courage stares directly into the camera and says in perfect English, not his usual gibberish, "You allowed all of this to happen." Then the screen goes black. When questioned, no one from the original production team acknowledges this episode's existence. But why would they create something so deliberately terrifying for a children's show? And more importantly, why hide it? If you thought The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was already pushing boundaries, you haven't heard about The Grinning. This episode was allegedly blocked by Cartoon Network censors for being too psychedelic and depressive, even for a show about friendship with death. The plot revolves around Billy losing a tooth, but instead of the tooth fairy, he's visited by a strange figure with an unnaturally wide, permanent smile. This entity offers Billy a new reality where everyone has the same face and laughs constantly. As the episode progresses, the narrative spirals into nightmare territory. Even Mandy, known for her stoicism, begins losing her identity, transforming into an emotionless being that only laughs into the void. Grimm himself disintegrates into dust. What's truly unsettling is how the episode reportedly ends, with a frame displaying the message, "True joy comes from complete submission." One producer described it as an experiment in visual psychosis. Ask yourself, what were the creators really trying to communicate? And who was their intended audience? The most recent entry in our exploration comes from The Amazing World of Gumball, a show already known for its meta-humor and fourth-wall breaks. The episode Static Town was allegedly removed after its first test screening. According to reports, it depicted Elmore covered in a static field where all characters freeze, streets empty, and time stops. Gumball and Darwin gradually lose their color, then their shape, and finally their memories. What makes this episode particularly disturbing is the appearance of a figure resembling a distorted Miss Simeon who tells the children, "You thought this was a show? This is a cycle. You're stuck in eternal Elmore." The scene then supposedly cuts to actual CCTV footage showing similar-looking characters walking through abandoned schools. After the test screening, one child viewer reportedly stopped speaking for several days. Is it possible the creators were trying to communicate something deeper about the nature of fictional characters and their endless existence in reruns? Or was this simply too dark a concept for what was ostensibly a children's program? So what do all these banned episodes have in common? They all break the fourth wall. They all suggest a darker reality behind the cheerful facade of children's entertainment. and they all pose existential questions that most children's media carefully avoids. Are these episodes real? The official position from networks is always denial, but animation industry veterans occasionally hint at experimental content that executives deemed too risky for broadcast. What do you think? Are these simply elaborate hoaxes created by fans? Or could there be some truth to these stories of lost episodes? Could some animator somewhere have slipped these disturbing concepts past initial approval, only to have them caught before broadcast? Next time you're watching your favorite cartoon, you might want to consider, what aren't they showing you? What stories were deemed too disturbing to tell? And why does the concept of lost episodes continue to fascinate us? If you found this exploration interesting, hit subscribe for more deep dives into the darker side of animation, and leave a comment below with any lost episodes you've heard rumors about. Until next time, remember, sometimes what's left unseen is more powerful than what makes it to our screens.